6. Hello. Just a sec. Oh, how are you doing? So, what are my thoughts? Say hello. It is 5:50. So I'm just waiting for a few people to come on. We'll have a chat. I've just been and done my first run, my first jog in years. And it wasn't really much of a jog, it was just going around the block a few times. Stop, start. Just to get some thoughts and chatting about it. Where's my regulars? Say hello in the chat. All messages. 24 minutes of running. That's good. So, Professor, hi. How are you doing? This is an unusual video, this. So I normally walk every single day, 10,000 steps, every single day. And I've been doing it now for 105 days, non-stop. And there's been a bit of a chat. I'm good, thank you. There's been a bit of chat about doing something else, whether getting into the gym or running. And today I thought I'd try and do some running. And it was on my live literally 5-10 minutes ago. So I've done a run and I'm just thought I'd come in here and have a chat and talk and say, shall we carry on running or should we just carry on walking? Now there's pros and cons to all of it, isn't there? There really is. Especially as you get older, you've got to think more about your health. I'm 52, but I used to run quite a bit. Thank you. I used to run quite a bit. And I'd run 5-6 miles, 3-4 miles, and try and run a bit further at weekends. But I was younger then. I was in my 30s and 40s. And it was easier. And I built up to it. And I'm sure I could build up to it again. But I've got to think long-term health. So I'm walking a lot. I was getting some tweaking in my knees. I look alright for a 52. Yeah, thanks, mate. I stopped drinking 45 weeks ago. So I've given up the booze. Whether it's a temporary thing or a permanent thing, I don't know. But I've given up the booze. Thank you. Yeah. So basically, I've done a little run. I've gone around the block this morning. And it was a run, walk. Jeff Galloway, he's a runner. And he preaches run, walk all the time. Kevin, my friend, how are you, mate? Good to have you here. Your painting's going well, mate. It's not that I'm not checking in and looking at your videos because I'm so busy with work at the minute. It's just nuts. It's absolutely nuts. And we've got a really busy season coming up. With lawn renovations. Drinking is bad. Yeah, I know. It is. It is. And I was a regular drinker from like the age of 18 up until 45 weeks ago. I mean, as I was younger, I'd probably drink a couple of nights a week. Yeah, no, it's fine. The problem is, I mean, people, and it is an excuse sometimes, but in general, I run my own business. I appreciate you coming here. I really do. And we're all trying to grow channels and reach out to people. And I feel guilty because there's a couple of people now that's gone on and started their own channels. And I just struggle for time. So I leave the house about 7 o'clock every morning, 7:30 for work. And I get back when I get my jobs done. But then there's paperwork. But then my daughter's there all the time, which is normal and it's fine. My daughter's there all the time saying, Dad, can you do this? Can you do that? And yeah, of course I want to do these things. I look tired. I've just done a little run. I do look a bit tired, don't I? It is early here. So yeah, I do check in from time to time when I can. It's not that I don't want to. Yeah, so I've done a run this morning. It was a run walk thing. Jeff Galloway's a long time runner and he proposes, he keeps going on about run walk to avoid injury. Where am I at in the UK? Yorkshire, Doncaster in Yorkshire. Angie, how are you doing? I've just done a run, Angie. I've just done a run. I went live about 10 minutes ago. Well, 25 minutes ago I went live. I did some push-ups and then I ran around the block 3 times, but I ran, walked. So I'm going to do my daily walk for today later on this afternoon when I get back in from work this evening. But I thought I'd come live now just to talk and discuss whether running is now for me. You know? So, part of me enjoyed it, this little run. But there's pros and cons. I partly enjoyed it. But also, I was getting a few tweaky pains under my knees and at the bottom of my back. Yeah, I know, it's going to take a while, isn't it? And also, I've got to be really careful because I rely on my legs to earn money. I work outdoors, I've got my own business, I treat people's lawns. But coming up in the next 2 weeks and right up until middle of May, I'm going to be doing 6-7 days a week doing lawn renovations. Marcos, cool mate, I'm not talking about the CIA, John Lennon and FBI and Trump and all that. Not in this channel. This is all about health, happiness, joy and all that sort of stuff. So feel free to have that conversation somewhere else on another day. Cheers, mate. No worries. We're just talking about fitness, happiness, and all that today. So the question is, do I carry on running? I don't know. I don't know. It's something I used to do, something I enjoyed at one point. But I certainly can't run with my phone in my hand, which I tried to do. You're only 11th. You mean 11? You're 11? Or you're 11th grade? Anyway, Andy, take it steady pace. Running can be hard on the knees. Yes. Yeah. I've actually got a treadmill in the garage, but it's buried under a load of stuff. Can't push too much, just enough to keep it regular. I've got to make a decision here. Well, I haven't, but I want to just talk about it, so I'm glad you're here. I'm only going to do this for about 10 minutes. Walking's definitely easier on the joints, and I've done walking every day now for 105 days. I'm going to have to do today's walk later on. It doesn't matter how old you are, if you've got an opinion, it's good. It's good. I'm 52, it's just a number. Yeah. Yeah. I honestly don't know what to do with the channel. I don't. Yeah, I've got another channel. And that is busy. That is busy. It's lawn care. Making people's grass, turf, yards look nice. And that's physically demanding. And it's coming up to a really busy season where I'll be filming a lot. And I've got a lot of editing to do, so that's busy. Oh. So, stretch the legs. Yeah. Yeah. I did a few stretches this morning. So, I put my running top on, like a fluorescent yellow running top. I live streamed it as well. I went live. So if you want to watch that, feel free to watch a 52-year-old man with an out-of-shape body do a few stretches. I did some push-ups as well. And then I ran around the block 3 times, stop-start. I'll have a think, that's all I can say. So I did some stretching, I ran, did some push-ups. The question is, what do I do with the channel? Do I just carry on walking every day to show consistency? Do I talk about habits and forming habits and health and nutrition? Or do I just keep walking? Or do I walk to different places and film different places? Or do I just make it a vlog? Do I do like van life? I know it sounds like a bit odd talking about van life, but I've got an interest in van life. So I could convert my van, create a van life channel and just walk and travel to different places and make it a travel channel. All these questions, I've gone totally off topic here. Change your habits, good morning. A season off isn't so bad, especially with the other channel. Going on overdrive and editing workload. That's my problem. I never know when to stop. And then I get stressed with my family because I can't fit it all in. I'm starting to get stressed now with them because it's coming up to busy season. I'm up here in the shed. We've got an outdoor building. It's a bit of a mess. But before we moved in, this was a pigsty. They've got pigs. They've got a chicken run at the back. Jasper! Change your habits. So, basically what I've done today, I went for a run round the block and I live streamed it. Check out my live stream from half an hour ago. It's only a short one. I did some stretches, I did push-ups, and I ran round the block 3 times. And I was stop, start, stop, start. And I'm coming live now just to have a bit of a chat about it, but I'll be doing my daily walk later on now in the day when I get back in from work. So I'm going to walk then. So yeah, I'll be doing the walk later. Can I have mod if you know how to give? I don't need a mod at the moment. There isn't enough people to require a mod. But thanks for the offer. I'll bear it in mind for the future. Prioritise because you're only one guy. I know, and I take too much on. I do. I could literally just keep up with the other channel, which I've done for 3 years now. But it's only spring, summer and autumn. And when it gets to October, it drops off. So the views drop massively. So the other channel's established, right? It's got nearly 40,000 subscribers. And it's lawn care. And I enjoy being outdoors, but I don't enjoy being around the chemicals. So in one way I enjoy it, in other ways I want to get away from it a bit. But it does really well in spring, summer and autumn. It makes good money and lots of views, thousands and thousands of views. But we get to October and it literally goes down to almost nothing. You can put a video out and get 50 views, 100 views. And the income drops to a 10th or a 20th. And it's like, what do you do? You know? So I've had this idea of starting another channel, which is Evergreen. A channel which I can do all year round. And the content people will watch all year round because it's evergreen content. And it makes more sense from a financial point of view to do an evergreen channel. And plus it's healthier. That's why I started walking. But I've noticed over the past week the interest in the walking live streams has dropped quite a bit. At one point we'd get 6, 7, 8,000 views, and then now it can be 300 views. So I'm trying different things. I'm trying the running for a start. So yeah, I'm just deciding what to do, whether to keep running or what. I don't know. I guess I'm just venting off in this little live stream just for a bit of a chat. No worries. See you in the next live. Thanks, Professor Gorilla Liam GT. So, yeah. Talk too much. But I guess I've got to talk, and if I'm live streaming, I've got to talk. I could just sit here and do this. Anyway, yeah, I appreciate you all coming on here. I'm going to go off in a sec. I'm going to go and get myself a coffee. So I'll have to do some thinking. I'll be doing a walk later on for definite. Depends what time I get finished. And there's every chance it might be with the dogs, or my daughter might say, "Can I come, Dad?" which is fine. Cheers, Peter. Jasper, what's the motivation for this channel? The channel is your well-being. By doing it keeps you motivated. Might not be making millions, but it's helping you. I know, and I have to think balance. See, the other channel, I'm not going to lie, it made a good income last year. It was crazy, really. Not like life-changing, but it's becoming close to a full-time income. But that income's made in just the first few months, and then it eases off. So if you don't touch that income, you could like save it up and then count it towards next year, if you get what I mean. Eventually it could make enough, but I've been looking at other channels in that industry and I don't think any of them can make a full-time income unless they're adding other avenue streams on. But yeah, so the motivation for this channel, so if I'm being completely honest, completely selfish, I started this channel because I was getting annoyed with the other channel. Every single winter doing nothing. And I'm thinking, if I could start another channel and it was all about health, one, I'm being healthier, and two, it's evergreen and it's a reliable source of income. That's the honest truth. And this, my current business, I'm around chemicals. So I wanted to get away from chemicals, and also with my sister dying last year, the year before last, just over a year ago, I was thinking more about my health. So that's partly of motivation is financial, and the fact it could be more evergreen and better for my health. And yeah, it is well-being. It's just thinking what to do and what other avenues I can introduce. I can travel to different places at weekends and film them, but it's finding the time to fit that editing in as well as the other channel. Or I could just continue live streaming and being consistent. Change your habits. What do I think the missus should do? She just laughs, as in, I'm always doing something. And she says, you haven't got time to be doing all these other things. And when I was thinking about adding other avenues to my other channel, like selling products, she says, oh, another thing. But she enjoys coming out on a walk. Deb, KT, Sunshine, how are you doing? Jasper, I am the selling point on the channel. People could listen to my positivity. Very likeable, thank you. I'm embarrassed when people say stuff like that. But we do need to have this conversation. Right, what time are we on? 6:10. Listen, I'll do another 5-10 minutes. I'm just wary of the time. I have to wake the missus up at 6:45. So I have got another 10-15 minutes. Different routes might help as they add interest. I do like the idea of the walks in new places. It's a lot of extra work. Yeah. I'm limited by time in the morning. So basically I just go and do my morning walk and then live stream it. And that's fine. I don't have to do any editing. But in the beginning, I was getting 160 people. So I'm quite motivated by money and growth. I was getting 160 people on watching the live streams. And now it can be 5, 10, 20. And then when I finish, you see that only 300 people have watched in total. And the channel's growing. I mean, it is growing, but very slowly. But that'll come. On my other channel, I can get 30, 40 new subscribers a day. And when I put a video on, 50 new subscribers. I guess I'm being a bit impatient. Because this channel's new. And I have to remember that. Continue being you and the likes will follow. Thank you. It's a totally different thing doing this channel. It is. Oh. I do want to get healthier. I do want to get fitter. And I want to lose weight. I am overweight. Cameron, welcome back. How are you doing? I haven't heard from you for a while, but good to hear you popping in. Keep it up, man. Oh yeah, I kept it up. I didn't even realise you wrote kept it up. Cool, let me just check the comments. Yeah, that's all set. So, for anybody new, I've done a run this morning. If you go onto my channel and click on lives, you'll see I ran this morning. It was nothing special. It's the first run in many years. Many years. And I'm 52, so I was being very careful. And I did a few stretches. I did 18 push-ups. And I ran round the block 3 times, but stop, start, stop, start. I enjoyed it. But also, I quickly realised that you cannot live stream running. You just can't, because the phone is doing this. And I can't read the comments. Just can't. Um, and then I started thinking about my health. I'm older. I've got to think about my knees. I need my knees and legs to be working fine and my back to be working fine for my job, working outdoors. So I could build it up slowly, and I'm sure I can improve by building it up slowly. It's whether I want to do it. And plus, when you're walking, you get to see the scenery, you get to hear the birds, you get to take it in a bit better. So I'm just going to keep thinking on it. Listen, I'm going to go, I think. I've said the same thing over and over about 3 or 4 times now, and I can't think of anything else to add. But I appreciate you all being here and just chit-chatting. Jasper, you watch the live and enjoy the interaction. I sometimes watch the recordings of the live, but not too often. I don't think many people do, to be honest. I don't always get up early enough. Yeah, it's because I go to work, you see. I have to be back home for 6:45 in the morning. I normally try and get home for about 6:30. Kettle on, let the dogs out, give them something to eat, wipe the paws, go and wake the wife up at 6:45. And then we have a quick coffee, sat in bed, and kids are up at 7. And then I'm out making sure my van's ready, and I usually leave about 7:30 for work, and that's it then, busy. So we sometimes do a walk in the afternoon. I suppose I could walk in the afternoon, but it feels good knowing I've done it in the morning. And I've got used to walking every day at 5 a.m. I could change, and that would give me more time in the evening with the family. So it would improve family life, I'm sure. But it would also be a lot noisier in the evening. But it would also be lighter. And I could go to different places. Maybe, Cameron, a technique I learned at a young age to save my knees is to run on the palms and balls of your feet, the balls of your feet, allowing your calves to absorb the shock. Hannah, hi! Jasper, maybe keep doing exactly what you are doing, but have an evening or lunch break chat. Yeah. I'll have a think. I'm honestly no further forwards, but that's not your guys. That's me, because I'm very indecisive. It takes a while for things to sink in, and I have to get it in my head. The idea of doing something later in the day is kind of appealing to me a little bit now. Number one, it's given me more evening time with the family. I get up for work and then we go out in the evening and it'll be brighter. That's a tick. And maybe I can drive somewhere and go for a walk, but it's fitting the 10,000 in. I'll have a think. Changing habits. People need to be educated or entertained. Jasper, don't change too much. People love what you're doing. Cameron, if you want to do an evening walk, incorporate a reason, like you need to pop by the shop for something like cheese or milk. Something easy to carry and gets eaten quickly. Yeah, Angie, think you'll get more views in the evening walks and more people will be around. Yeah, people from the UK and in the US as well. Yeah. And we've still got weekends. See, my weekend walks have been late. Weekend walks have been early as well. Listen, I'll have a think. I'm not promising or saying anything. I'm just sort of sounding off. Clayton, how did the running go? How was your lungs after? Lungs were fine. Running was fine. It was a small run around the block 3 times. Stop, start. I did a few stretches and I did 18 push-ups in the back garden. You can watch the live stream that I did before this if you want to watch it. It's mildly entertaining, but not really. Mornings and afternoons just rotate. Yeah, I'll have a think. I might change it up big time. I might change nothing. I don't know. But I wanted to try running. I used to do a lot. Thanks. I just feel like I'm moaning. I feel like I'm sat here just moaning and whinging. I don't know what to say. And I'm just saying the same things over and over. This is I'm up at the top of the garden. It's a mess up here. We use this as a bit of a dumping ground for stuff. We have a place where we burn rubbish, burn like wood and things. When I've chopped wood that I don't need anymore. I thought it was live when I seen it. Oh God! Things you do, things you do. Cameron, you're the reason I got back into cycling to work and to grab the groceries instead of taking the tram bus. Renovate the piggery. I want to show you around this part of the garden, but we're quite embarrassed by it. We're quite embarrassed by it. It's a mess. So, I have a lot of rubbish from my work, like empty bags of compost, things like that. And I'll burn them once every couple of weeks. And we bring things up here when we want to get them organised. And we've done a lot of cleaning out in the garage over the last few weeks. There's a lot of stuff dumped outside. In here, I've got a load of shelving and things. And we've got electrics. We've got a socket there. My son does a bit of shooting practice. But I need to replace the roof. It's developed a leak. So I've got to get that sorted. We've got shelves in there. It's just storage. But I've got to replace all the roof. But it's just become a bit of a dumping ground in the last few weeks. So it's a bit of a mess. No worries, Hannah. Take care. No, there's no bodies. Actually, the rabbit died a couple of weeks ago. And she's buried literally just outside. Take care, Hannah. Thank you for watching, checking in. Have a good day. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna get off. Listen, I'll be going live again later on today. I'm getting my walk in. I may drive somewhere. And go for a walk. I'll see what the family want to do. If they want to come, great. But it'll be a slow walk. And it will take a while to get the 10,000 steps in. They might not want to do the 10,000. So that's my garage. We've got a right long garden. I'm not going to show you out there. It's a mess. It's just a mess. Don't stress. Yeah. Clayton. The rabbit hopped it. She bloody did. I'll show you, but listen. Please don't judge me. Please don't judge the garden. We lead a busy life. We run a business. Please don't judge me. Okay? That's the house down there. It is massive up here. We've got a kids' play section there. Trampoline, swing. The swing's at it. Greenhouse never gets used. So when I've finished, we've had a load of deliveries from work. So I've started bringing the boxes and packaging. This is where we put compost. We burn things here. And we've got this old pigsty here. And the garage. I'll show you the gym. You're getting a treat here. Hang on. I need to open this door to put the light on. You're getting a treat. Alright. I've got a treadmill over there. I've emptied the back room. Oh, great. Great. I've emptied the back room because I've got a delivery of products coming. Stuff I'm going to be selling on my website for lawn care. But here, I've got TV, I've got Alexa, I've got internet, I've got a weights bench all set up. Treadmill, there's a walker, and there's one of them pull-up bar things. But I've got to sort all these out. But I need to fix the roof to move all these into there. And then this will be like a gym. So I could do gym work, but I'm in two minds. Or I could just carry on walking. This is the pigsty. I've got a shed up there which we built a couple of years ago, which has got products in for lawn care. But yeah, I'll just quickly show you my garden. God, you're getting a right treat here, even though it's a dump. That's where the rabbit was buried. You guys it's a really long garden, isn't it? This was all York stone, which was actually hidden in a hedge we've got down there, and we've taken it out. And we've got to figure out what we're going to do with that. This is where the rabbit lived. We had a massive shed in two sections. She had a huge run. This is my lawn. I'm going to be renovating it this year. I've just taken 2 trees out. I've got to be quiet now. But yeah, we've got a big long garden. We've got all the garden furniture down there. And we've got a little inflatable hot tub in the corner. But yeah, big garden, eh? Big garden. So I don't normally show people this because it's just a mess. We're ashamed by it. But it's just struggling for time. So I do a little bit here and there. Right. Don't stress it, Sean, it will come. It's good stuff. Thanks, Jasper. So my idea is just to keep walking and just let it take its path, you know? Let it take its path and just see what happens. That's fine, just a little organising, they'll be set. It's just time. It's just, I'll tell you, running your own business, it is stressful. And you know, when I'm walking, it is so chilled and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy just doing the chilled back lifestyle. If I can get this channel big enough and it makes enough to replace my income, I think I'll do it. Morning walks live, evening treadmill, gym. Maybe, Jasper, that's what I'm thinking. And also mixing in going to different places, maybe talking about mindset, but I want to just go with the flow partly and see how it evolves. It's not a dump, it's comfortable, a little organising, thank you. Coffee on the lawn, you know, I've never done it, but I know people do it. Jasper, why not? Why not? I've got the body for it. Nah, I've got to lose probably about, hang on, about 3 stone. I need to lose about 3 stone. Done it before. I've done it before. I actually lost 70 pounds and I was down to almost my target weight. Yeah, I could do the garden up, but it's not, it's got nothing to do with the channel. I'm scared to just vlog because then it becomes everything, and you should really sort of focus on 1 or 2 topics that are very closely related. That's been my experience so far. I know some people just vlog, don't they? But other people like do van life and they travel around and they live in the van and travel around. We do lawn care on my other channel. Tidy up is great for well-being. Yeah. Clayton, £40, that's amazing. And I need to do it again, but my biggest issue is food. It's just, some days I'm motivated and some days I eat really, really well. I mean, I'm not drinking now, but some days... Clayton, you're an absolute donut. That's what my wife would call you, a donut. Right. See, it's just time. At one point, I emptied this out. My son, when he was really young, he was hanging on the door handle and broke the handle. So I've never had the time to buy another handle to put one in. So I've been wedging it up with this thing. Now I've got to get this back in here. Right, 2 secs. Right, embarrassed. Can you remember that TV series? Steptoe and Son. Steptoe and Son, that's like my garage. So yeah, we can do gym stuff, potentially. I'll show you the back. I'm going to have to put the light on in here, 2 secs. So this is the back room in the garage. Now, this is what I've taken out of my van. Okay? I've took the partition out because I've got a 6-seater van. That's some insulation. I was starting to convert it last winter. I started a van conversion channel, and I was going to do a bit of van life. So I've got an interest in it, but ran out of time because my business got busy. And that really sort of pissed me off, if I'm honest, that I had to put a stop to it. And a couple of times I did sleep in my van, once on my drive and once round the corner. And I was quite scared, but I did it. So anyway, I've cleaned this out because products are going in here. And they're coming on Friday, that's tomorrow, isn't it? But yeah, in here, we've got, I've got a load of weights, bench press, sit-up thing. And I've got to tidy all this, but I need to replace the roof on that building. And then I've got a treadmill. Yeah, etc. Hello from Austin, Texas. Joshua, how are you doing, mate? Sean, can you can handle it. Clayton, I love you, mate. You're fantastic. I genuinely mean that. You put a smile on my face every single day. Do not change being you. You're just like my father, he's the same. Well, my stepdad. My real dad's alright. We get on a lot more now, but he wasn't the best when he was younger. When we were younger, in fact, he was not good. But he's mellowed a lot over the years, and he's nearly 80 now. He's changed a lot. Clayton, Van Morrison. Joking, by the way. Joking. Joking. Jasper, the thing you've said the most is you haven't got the time. Yeah. That's the thing to think about. How do you create the time? Yeah. I could take staff on. But then there's other complications. We take, what time is it? Let me keep an eye on the time. 6:30. Wow, where's the time gone? Listen, 5 more minutes, I have to go. I could take staff on. If I take staff on, there's other headaches. Pensions, making sure they come to work and they do the work. Some of them are on the phone, some of them ringing sick. And then I'd have to go and do the work. So that frustrates me. I can reduce my workload. Now, I'm coming to an idea with that. I've been talking to someone, putting my prices up quite a lot in my business, and then we're going to lose customers because of that, but the ones that remain, I'm still getting the same income, but I'm working less days. So that is a possibility. So we're looking at doing that. But in the same breath, I'd like to grow this channel because this is a lot more chilled. But then, if I'm only relying on YouTube, what happens if YouTube stops? If one day YouTube says, we're not going on anymore, we're stopping, someone sues them and that's that. What happens if YouTube says, don't like your channel, we're closing your channel? Then your money stops. So it makes sense to be sensible. So actually I think, like you say, Jasper, the idea is to sort of build that business up to maybe only work 4 days a week instead of 5, or even 3 days a week. If I can earn the same money, that would be a good thing. Favourite singer, Van Morrison. Cameron used to do a lot of delivery in my Dodge Grand Caravan and would bring an inflatable mattress with me, as sometimes I'd be out for 16, 20 hours. It's not the life, is it, Cameron? It's just not the life. That's a solid plan. Green grass of home. there's other platforms as well. Right, listen, I'm gonna go, but thank you. I've kind of enjoyed just chatting. I'll be on later doing a live, doing my 10,000 steps, because I've got to keep the streak going. I've got to keep the streak going. Right, I need to go. I'm desperate for a drink, and got to wake the wife up. She'll be like this, and I'll say morning. She'll go morning. Makes me smile. But yeah, people have to wake up. I wake up dead easy. Don't know about you, but I've always been a morning person. I wake up dead easy. Yeah, stay positive. Listen, we'll figure it out one way or another. Listen, thanks a lot. Have a great day. Might still be asleep when you stream. No worries. I don't know what time it'll be. It might be 5 PM UK. Might be 4 PM. Take care. Ooh, wrong button.